again with another little short live. Yo, it's been a long night and a long morning. I'm gonna say that. Oh, let me put this shit on Do Not Disturb. I always be forgetting all these damn notifications every time I look be coming up. Shit, I'm subscribed to too much motherfucking things. But anyways, I know I said I wasn't gonna talk about this shit no more, but I had to come back and say something because I've been reading up on some of those cases type stuff in Georgia. Now I posted a few things, but y'all can go do your own research on some of these stuff, okay? In the state of Georgia, the magistrate court is for preliminary hearing. My accent might be fucked up. Preliminary hearing. I can't pronounce it correct because of my accent, but you know what I'm saying. Go to my community wall. I got it posted up, and that hearing is determined if it was enough evidence to go to the higher courts with, especially with the charge that y'all saying R word, right? If he R word her, did the case go to a higher court? Okay, so because now TJ saying she was M word molested if she was 17. Now, and when I'm seeing the court paperwork that Clara Booker put up, the paperwork said magistrate court, right? DC Block, what's going on? Good morning, babe. The paperwork that Clara Booker put up said magistrate court. Did it go further than magistrate court? Did they found enough evidence in that magistrate hearing to proceed with the higher courts? Because especially with the R word, if that happened, that would have to go to a higher court. So my question is, do y'all have any paperwork that it went to a higher court so he could be charged and go to fucking prison for the shit? Empress Lonnie Love, what's going on? I'm trying to figure this out, because if it didn't go past magistrate court in that hearing, that meaning that they didn't found enough evidence to proceed with anything further. So do anybody have any more paperwork other than what these people is coming in, or other than the paperwork that Clara Booker pulled? Do anybody have any other paperwork that say he went to a higher court? Because anything dealing with rape will go to a higher court if enough evidence was found in the magistrate court hearing. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Because if she was 17, if they found out, because in the state of Georgia, consensual sex is 16. If she was 17 when this happened, she couldn't have been molested, TJ. She would have had to been raped. So what is it? She was molested at a younger age, or she was raped at the age 17. That meaning that case would have went to a higher court if they found enough evidence in the magistrate court to go take it further. You can believe her. You gonna believe her, Lonnie, because you don't like Kevlo. I don't fucks with none of them like that. So I don't know these people, and with what the lady name, the thing with Suge, you didn't believe that lady? You say you didn't believe her, but you believe this woman. And I'm not saying don't believe her. That's your choice to believe her. My choice is, did it went to a higher court? If it didn't, that means they didn't found enough evidence to charge him for that. And I'm going by the law, not what you feel. Go by the law. All right? So all this extra stuff they coming out, I don't care if people asking for a cash app. This is what they do in these chats. Put your cash app down. So if they already done say put your cash in, why is she continuing asking for cash apps? That's all I'm saying. I don't believe none of this shit. I don't believe Kevlo's story. I don't believe Candyman's story. I don't believe bringing these people on here telling this shit. I don't believe none of them. But I'm just saying, when you bring your story out, bring it all the way. Did it go to a higher court? If he was charged with R word, it would have went to a superior court. Yeah, it's a clown show, DC Block. No, I said why I said didn't go to authorities with her daughter. So where the paperwork saying that he was convicted? Is it more paperwork that I missed? Did she declare Booker put up any different? Because the one that I seen just said magistrate. He was in the courts for R word. Did he go to prison for that? That's what I'm saying. Or did they give him what? Did he went to jail? What happened? Because I ain't been listening to all that shit. Anybody can go to Microsoft Word and type up these type of shit, man. Not saying that it's not real, but I'm just saying, did it go to a higher court? Only paperwork I see is magistrate court, and according to Georgia law, that shit would have had to go to a higher court. He wasn't convicted. That's what I'm saying. If he wasn't convicted, what they must have didn't find enough evidence to charge him with that. So I don't know. I'm not saying that is not true or whatnot, but there's a lot of loopholes in this story. You can't say nobody did something if he wasn't actually charged and convicted by the fucking state of Georgia. Just everybody's supposed to just take your word for it. We don't know you. I don't know Kev Lowe. I don't know if this is true or not. But from what I'm seeing, the man wasn't convicted in the state of Georgia. They felt that it wasn't enough evidence to convict him of that charge. Anybody can call rape on any fucking man. Because they got caught up in this shit and they ain't want their fucking mama to know they've been out there having sex and shit. Just like I say, I'm not saying that it didn't happen. I don't know for a fact. But from the state of Georgia point of view, it did not happen. This is madness. And TJ, you don't know your right words of what you're saying. If she was molested, she couldn't have been molested because state of Georgia, like I said, the consent, and which I think is fucked up with a lot of these states making the age of consent 15, 16 and shit like that. But if she was 17, the charge would have been R word instead of the M word. But it's crazy, man. People come on here and talk all this stuff. And I say I wasn't going to talk about this shit no more because it's a sensitive subject. But and everybody's supposedly supposed to believe all women when it comes to shit like this. I don't know. I really don't know. But from what I'm saying, from the Georgia state laws point of view, the man wasn't charged with no R word, okay? It would have went past magistrate. So I don't know what these people talking. If he wasn't convicted, why is y'all saying he wasn't convicted? But y'all on a fucking panel with a man that was convicted of shit like this. He might have been on the list, did his time or whatever for whatever, but the man was convicted. Kev Lowe was not. So it must be was not enough as evidence to convict him. But like I said, this was a sensitive subject and I wasn't going to talk about it. But after reading up on Georgia laws and what type of court these stuff were happening, I see a whole lot of loopholes in their story. Like, come on, man. If your mama wasn't involved, why she didn't even take it to a higher court or try to get it pushed to the what's the higher court? What you call it? After the superior court in the state. Try to make sure this man get convicted for R-wording your daughter. It doesn't make sense to me. You just stop pushing the issue. No. If this really happened, I would have made sure my lawyer pushed the issue and take it to a higher court other than the superior court, take it to the Supreme Court or whatever the case might be. Get this man charged and convicted if something like that happened and if y'all had evidence of it. This shit is crazy, man. That's why it's a sensitive subject, and I don't like to talk about shit like this because then they're going to be like, oh, you don't believe the woman. I'm not saying I don't believe her story. I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's more to this shit than people is putting on. She might have had claim rape on him because she got fucked up with getting caught up with him or whatever. I don't know. But something is not right about this story, and I'm going to stick to that. I believe what the laws say. And that law say magistrate court is where the preliminary hearing happens at. And if it was enough evidence, they will take it to the higher courts. So clearly it wasn't enough evidence. But anyways, y'all, I just come to say that right quick. I'm about to get ready, get dressed, and get up out of here. I got some shit to do this morning. Like I say, if I feel like talking about it, I'm gonna talk about it. But the more these people talk, the more it seems like something ain't right. So y'all can have all the panels y'all want to talk about it. Until y'all talk about the law, that's all the fuck I want to hear about. I don't want to hear no stories. I don't want to see nothing about no text messages. I don't want to see court paperwork other than the magistrate court paperwork. All right? If it went to a higher court, if he was actually charged with rape. Because that can be the case at first in the preliminary hearing at magistrate court. But if he actually they found evidence enough, it would have went to the higher courts. That's all I'm saying. But y'all have a good day. I may come back with something if I hear something or I read up on some more stuff. But I don't just let people just tell me anything and I just go ahead and believe it. I keep telling y'all that I do my own research. And I look up information for myself because people come on here and lie all the time. All right? But y'all have a good day and peace out to all the good people.